This convention conversation is brought to you by AgroLiquid. AgroLiquid fertilizers helping growers maximize the performance of crop nutrients, achieve the best possible yields. Find out more at agroliquid.com.
Hi everybody, it's time for your Farm and Ranch News. Today we're bringing you this report from the 2017 Bear Advocacy Forum here at Commodity Classic in San Antonio, Texas. By the way, this convention conversation is brought to you by AgroLiquid, helping growers maximize their crop nutrients to help achieve maximum yields out there in the field. Learn more at agroliquid.com. Now, one of this year's presenters here in the Lone Star State was Nathan Kaufman, and he's the Assistant Vice President and the Omaha Branch Executive for the Federal Reserve Bank out of Kansas City. And Nathan, maybe just talk about your presentation here at the Bear Advocacy Forum and give us the Reader's Digest version, because ultimately it kind of centered around urbanization and rural America.
Sure. There's been a lot of focus on the long term and what the future looks like for agriculture, and recognizing that there is significant demand, there's significant opportunities over the long term, but we have to also reconcile that with the fact that when we look at the farm economy and when we look at where things stand here in the rural parts of the country, it has been a period of transition, and in fact we've been looking at a downturn in the farm economy over the course of the past 4 years. So a lot of what we've focused on is recognizing and understanding what those trends mean, but then also working to try to understand how that aligns with the future. And in a lot of ways, it's suggesting that farmers need to position themselves financially, but also in terms of their operation, in line with these short-term transitions, but then position themselves for the long term where there's more potential maybe.
You know, like it has always been, moving forward into the future, when it comes to growing food out there in the land, it still gets back to paying close attention to what those consumers want.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I think that at the end of the day, demand for agriculture starts with demand for food. Certainly agriculture also fills the need for energy in some ways, but understanding what those long-term trends are and the driving factors in food demand is going to be key to understanding where the future lies for agriculture.
You know, obviously there's been some challenges out there in farm and ranch country, and a lot of farmers and ranchers are wondering about the future of ag lending. Any short-term advice to help us get us through these dips until we get back to some of those market highs?
Yeah, I think the main thing is to make sure that there's regular conversations with your lenders. For borrowers out there, making sure that things are transparent. Go in early to talk with the lenders and don't wait to get to the point where you do need to draw on that operating line, but maybe be in contact with lenders earlier on and being transparent. I think that lenders will often be focused on making sure that there's adequate working capital and that the cash flow projections look okay for the future. And I think once those things are in line, they're recognizing that this is a transition. I think getting to the long term will be perfectly viable for a lot of farmers out there.
All right, well, we appreciate your sound advice and for joining us on this report. Stay with us, though. We'll be back with more right after this.
This convention conversation is brought to you by AgroLiquid. AgroLiquid fertilizers helping growers maximize the performance of crop nutrients, achieve the best possible yields. Find out more at agroliquid.com.